This your girl, 5-Star Key. And this is Mind and Body, okay? All right. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. All right. Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes to the hills from where my help, for whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which maketh heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will keep thee, will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Amen. Choose God's precepts. Let my supplication come from thee. Deliver me according to thy word. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. My tongue shall speak of thy words, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord, and thy law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. Grant us ears to hear, eyes to see, wills to obey, hearts to love. Then declare what thou wilt, reveal what thou wilt, command what thou wilt, and demand what thou wilt. Amen. All right, so let me get into the box. Let me get into the box and see what we got. See what we are here to talk about. I'm supposed to be making me a poster board, so that's one of all these big letters. Alrighty. Alright, God, give me a message. What can I talk about this morning? Before the world tries to steer us in the wrong direction, or for those evil, demonic people try to steer us in the wrong direction, give us something that we can stay on solid ground. What is going to keep us grounded today? What is going to keep us grounded today? We want to stand on solid ground. Oh, wow. Okay. So 1 Corinthians. Okay, so I have Deuteronomies. God, don't play about us, okay? Look, so we got Deuteronomies 28:7. So this is what we're talking about. Because this is a prayer for clarity, okay? Prayer for clarity and to be pure and clear. So we got Deuteronomies. We have 1 week. Deuteronomy is 28:7. Joshua's 1:9. Beauty, winter, and then First Chronicles. All right, so First Chronicles, I'm gonna do, since I only see what 6 and 2 now. I see 6 and 2, so I'm gonna go to chapter 6, verse 2. If there is, because we all going by the mind. It is good morning, my love. So we all going by the mind. So if First Chronicles don't have a chapter 6 and 2, then I'll do 2 and 2. 584. Oh yeah, Chronicles got a lot of chapters. And I was listening to my audiobook, and I was listening to Numbers. Boy, when I tell you, Numbers is a significant chapter. Okay, so okay, so that's so wild, because chapter 2 in First Chronicles talks about Israel descendants, and he has a couple of names there. And then it also talks about Judah's descendants. Yeah, it talks about Israel's descendants and Judah's descendants. Chapter 2 of First Chronicles. Then it was chapter 6 verse 2. Those are Levi's descendants. Okay, so we got, and that is so wild, because I was literally talking about I was writing some names down yesterday on my timeline, because I was listening to my audiobook. It was like making sense to me, like you're gonna be guarded by, it's gonna be one man from each tribe and things like that, but Levi's descendants. So it was so wild, because I don't know those names. The sons of Kohath. I don't know how you say that, but the sons of Kohath, Kohath. Aram or Amram. I don't know how to pronounce that. Amram. Umram or something. Izhar, Izhar. I could say that one. That sounds kind of easy to say. Izhar and Hebron, Hebron, and then Uzziel, Uzul or Uzul. I don't know. But let me see what it's saying down here in the. Oh, a proper priesthood was crucial. A proper priesthood was crucial in the situation. That's why Deuteronomy's 28:7 came out, because it says, "The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face." You know how these enemies be trying to come up and do all these plots and plans and things? Because guess what? If we're not connected, you can't force a connection. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a natural thing when you kind of connected to somebody. It's not a forced thing. Like, I notice people in this world, they try to force you to be connected with them. They try to force you to be in agreement with them. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, if I don't agree with what you do, then you cannot tell me that we're connected, because we're not connected. I don't agree with what you do. I don't agree with what you say. But the Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. So let me tell you about that. I had a vision one day. I was in Oklahoma, and I was just in my house minding my business, but literally it was like people was attacking me. It was like a whole bunch of people that I don't even know. You get what I'm saying? Like, they just kept attacking me, but I'm like it. I kept thinking it was so dumb. It's like, why are y'all attacking somebody that's not bothering y'all? That's dumb. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's dumb as heck. But people don't. People don't have common sense. You know how sometimes, you know how you be like, enough is enough. You get what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, some people don't know when enough is enough. And the reason why some people don't know that enough is because they're not getting tortured. They're not getting their finances taken from them. They're not getting resources or anything taken from them. Things aren't being stagnant for them. That's why they continue doing what they do. But once resources start getting taken from them, when it's harder for them to maneuver around and get things done, then they'll be like, oh God, it's you putting too much weight on me, God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll start saying like that. Then they'll start crying. Then they'll be wanting a pity party. You understand? They'll be wanting a pity party and things like that, because it's like, for so long they've been so busy torturing somebody, trying to make somebody feel connected to them, when you know damn well, it's kind of easy to understand when you're not connected to somebody. It's literally easy to understand that. Like, nobody can force you to be connected to them. Like, no matter how they think in their delusional mind, they carry their burden. Yes, my love. And that be the thing. That be the thing. Other people want you to carry their burdens for them, because they have no energy to stand up on their own 2 feet. They want you to stand, you know what I'm saying? That while you standing on your own 2 feet, they want to try to put more burdens and more weight on you. And this is like, for what? You get what I'm saying? We only got one life to live, right? So why are y'all trying to make my one life that I have to live hard as a motherfucker? And that be my thing. That's why I said, in this life and in this world, you can say no to people. You can say no. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I don't like when people try to plot, plan, and whatnot. You get what I'm saying? If things should be natural. When things are natural, then it is a natural vibe. It'll be a natural feeling. You get what I'm saying? And then it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, if it's natural, it'll make you feel comfortable. But sometimes these people, like I said, try to force friendships, force relationships, force certain things on you. Try to force things to go their way because they want to be successful. But in reality, when it comes down to it, if I believe in God and they don't, and I'm a real step and a real believer in Jesus Christ and they're not, then they can never take anything from me. They can try to take an inheritance from me. They can try to take a position from me. They can try to take all those things. But see, God won't recognize them. God won't recognize them at all. They trying to walk in my energy, and then they might do the wrong thing or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Or not be, as attentive as I am. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, God will know. You know what I'm saying? God will know. Like, I kid you not. Even like being in your right mind. That's why being in your right mind is crucial. And it's like, how can I say? It was, because the adversary, the devil, is always looking, you know what I'm saying? The devil is always looking for something that he can destroy. The devil's always looking for some way that he can come into your life and slither in and be like, oh, she left that over there, did this, that, and third, and woo. So now we're gonna try to get this person put out their home because of however the devil feels. We're gonna try to get this person in a loveless relationship because that's how the devil feels. The devil feels like there's no love. So therefore, nobody else should be in love. Nobody else should be happy. Nobody else should be sane. Nobody else should be making money and things of that nature. But my thing is, it's like, when you understand that it's all about self-healing, self-realization, and self-humbling, when people understand that, they will stay out of your way. And the reason why they will stay out of your way is because, my love, they have to humble themselves, or they're going to get humbled by Deuteronomy 28, chapter 7. You get what I'm saying? I mean, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 7. Or they gonna get humbled by chapter 7. They don't know who 7 is, but they're gonna get humbled by 7. They keep playing. Jesus was man, a prophet, not God. But guess what? Jesus is God. You get what I'm saying? Guess what? Jesus was supposed to be. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how they made Jesus' rank go up every time. By attacking Jesus. And guess what? Every time they attacked Jesus and they thought Jesus was going to fold, or they thought Jesus was going to bend up, or they thought Jesus was going to follow suit or follow their leader, that's why Jesus' rank went up every time. Every time they attacked him, guess what? Because Jesus was probably a person that paid attention. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, if Jesus was a person that paid attention, whether in darkness and in light, guess what? The devil only can do three things to hurt you. The devil can only do through three things. With God, it's an abundance of things God can do. It's abundance of ways God can destroy the enemy without touching him, without touching the enemy, without touching the foe, without touching a friend. You get what I'm saying? It's an abundance of things God can do. That's why every time those other quote unquote gods tried to go attack Jesus, guess what? That's why Jesus got bigger. That's why Jesus got powerful. They gave him okay. Every time they attacked Jesus, every time they came to him, they were stripped of their power. They were stripped of their power every time they tried to attack. Because I'm telling you, like when you, and then the beauty part too. Even when it comes down to beauty, when it comes down to looks and things, those people, those enemies made those angels that were ugly, those angels that were, just, hard in the face to look at. You get what I'm saying? Those people that kept attacking them made them more beautiful than anything. Made them one of the most beautiful angels. You get what I'm saying? Those people that kept attacking those angels made that angel as beautiful as hell. Talking about the most beautiful one ever. They cannot stop looking. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like, and I'm seeing winter too. So it could have been like, things could have been going on with your, I don't know, I want to say beauty or face or things like that. Skin could have been changing. Anything, like when it come down to like skin, face, beauty, or whatever the case is. The old is being wiped away. That's why the new is coming. So therefore, when you rise up in Christ, you got to stay standing in Christ. You can't be, after you be like, oh, I'm so beautiful now. I'm so beautiful now. I'm finna go to the club and shake this ass. Or I'm finna go, I'm finna go talk to all these niggas. Or I'm finna go talk to all these women and things like that when you are attractive. And the thing is, you can't do that because guess what? The thing is, just how you became beautiful by listening and submitting yourself and self-humbling yourself and recognizing certain things about yourself. Because I kid you not, sometimes, my love, makeup will only cover a blemish for so long. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit in the rain with a face full of makeup and then think you go, like, like how I look, y'all. Like, damn, like Barry White. I'm like, damn, how I look. Shit, like Medea. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, shit, how I look. Shit, Barry White, bitch. How I look. Medea. How I look. Bernie Mac. You get what I'm saying? Like, they coming at it like that because they being, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. You got to be humble when you're beautiful. You got to be gracious, more patient, and you get what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you could be a beautiful person, but on the inside, the way you think, the way you handle business and things like that, that person, people be like, oh, that person's so ugly, I wouldn't work with that person. That person is woo to woo, woo to woo. That person's untrustworthy. You can't trust that person. Because literally, so the moment you think that somebody like so beautiful and whatnot, and then the moment that they start lying to you, or the moment that they don't help you reach your divine goal or your divine path, you be like, so you mean to tell me I've been sitting here looking at you for all these years and we haven't got on no type of divine path? We haven't got on no divine path. We've been sitting here getting old, ugly, and just, busted with each other, disgusted with each other. We just been sitting here. You ain't been speaking no good words to me. I ain't been speaking no good words to you. You haven't uplifted me. I haven't uplifted you. You get what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me we just sitting here wasting time? And if they say time is money, you get what I'm saying? But anywho, so we got Joshua's 1:9. That wound up coming out. And it says, have not I commanded thee? And when I broke that down, when I had started to like understand what that meant, because I think I was kind of reading it too fast the other day when I think when Joe had gave me that message or whatever, I think I kind of wrote it down too fast and I really didn't like marinate on what it was saying. But it says, have I not commanded thee? Which is the 10 Commandments. You get what I'm saying? Like when it come down to things like Deuteronomy 28:7. God already tells us, the Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee. Like people that want to come fight with you, people that want to come argue with you for no reason, just because they feel like it's a power thing. Oh, they want to take your power from you. They want to take your beauty from you. They want to make you feel how they feel on a day-to-day basis. And then they want to feel how you feel on a day-to-day basis. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, okay, God sees what they're doing. So it says, have I not commanded thee? Because guess what? As long as I keep thy commandments and thy statutes and thy precepts, guess what? I will always be 10 steps ahead of them. Because, see, they are still hell-bent on the ancient knowledge. And like God said in this Bible, God ain't saying that, oh, he knows, like, he's not saying that, oh, the ancients are, whatever the case is, they're dumb. Like, he didn't say any of that about the ancients. What he said was that he knows more than them. Like, that's what I say about comprehension. People don't comprehend certain things. People only hear what they want to hear. You understand? People only hear what they want to hear just because they want to argue. They want to fuss. They want to go back and forth about a situation that's really already, the situation has already been won. You get what I'm saying? The situation's already been won. These people trying to rise up and challenge you, they gonna die. They're gonna go back down quickly. As soon as they rise up against, they're gonna go back down the same way, or probably a different way. Don't even know their way out. But yes, it says, "Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage." And God always tells us anyway. He doesn't give us a spirit of fear. God does not give us a spirit of fear, because guess what? That's what the enemy dwells on. The enemy rides on fear. You get what I'm saying? The enemy rides on fear. Like a lot of like jobs, for instance, right? Because you know how sometimes the world knows that you got to work to eat, you got to work to pay bills and things like that. So therefore, that's why you have certain crooks at the jobs. You get what I'm saying? That's why they feel like, okay, well, I'll take that person's job from them. So therefore, they wouldn't have no resources to pay their bills, and they wouldn't be as strong as they are. That person is only as strong as they are because that person got a job. That person is only a good courage because that person got a job. So that's why you have the devil that's always looking to destroy something, the adversary. The devil is the adversary. The devil is not our friend. The devil sits and plots and plans on us all day, every day, to destroy us, to have us divine counterparts away from each other. Therefore, so it could be you thinking that you with your divine counterpart. Oh, it's a divine counterpart with the devil. A divine counterpart paired with a devil. A divine counterpart paired with a devil. You get what I'm saying? And I've noticed a lot of relationships are like that. You get what I'm saying? A lot of relationships are like that. And the reason why is because the devil sees that. Because it's kind of like when you divine and you in your own world, you just floating around doing what you got to do. You ain't worried about what none of these people got going on. And they see that. They can see that, you not bothering with them. You not studying with them and things like that. And here they go. Here they come bothering you. Hey, Miss Parker. I'm going to tell you what I saw your man do a week ago. Let me tell you what I saw somebody do something the other day. I saw somebody do such and such. Now you worried about some shit that you wasn't worried about. Now you thinking about some shit that you have no business thinking about. You get what I'm saying? But that's how you know the devil wants you to self-sabotage. God don't want you to self-sabotage. Jesus don't want you to self-sabotage because hell, they sabotage Jesus. You get what I'm saying? They sabotage some of the greatest greats that we have. They sabotage them. And you want to know how they sabotage? Because people sitting up here thinking that they're gods, and they not understanding where the devil can be at, or how the devil operates, and even how to identify a devil. You get what I'm saying? That Bible teaches you that. Because have I not commanded thee? God gives us commandments so we can understand and we can recognize a godly energy from a devil demonic energy. Be strong and be of good courage. You get what I'm saying? Be strong and be of good courage. That says a lot. That speaks a lot. You get what I'm saying? Be not afraid. Be not afraid of what, God? What am I supposed to be afraid of? What, my adversary? The devil? Because let me tell you something. The adversary, the devil, ain't nothing but an energy or a demon or something that you defeated in your past. And all they trying to do is, like I said once again, they just want to bring your past up so they can try to convince you that you still live in the past. They want to convince you. They want to convince you that you still are somebody that is whatever you used to be. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you used to be that you didn't like, or whatever other people used to think that you was. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's kind of like, be not afraid. You know, and God tells us for real, be not afraid. Like, be afraid of what? Because guess what? Deuteronomy 28:7. The Lord will cause thy enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before thy face. Archangel Michael, Saint Michael, remove all attachments from me. Saint Michael. Jesus never claimed to be God. Exactly. Jesus never claimed to be God, but guess what? People made him that. People made him God. Jesus sacrificed for us. You think a prophet, go to your local church and ask your local prophet, will he sacrifice his life for everybody that he don't know? That's what made him God. People got to stop trying to debate that. You get what I'm saying? Jesus was a living sacrifice. A living sacrifice. These other kings, let me tell you something, even in tarot, like they don't really tell you the real depths of it, because it's a lot of depths to tarot and it's a lot of depths to biblical things. You know, they got a lot of kings in the Bible. They have a lot of gods too in the Bible, gods, goddesses, and things. But in tarot, every king is for themselves. Every king is for themselves. They not all working together. If they are working together, they working together to get something done for one king. And then after they get something done for this one king, he don't deal with them no more. Or he might keep them close as a friend, but as far as like keeping them all in his like buddy and no, all them kings are for themselves. You get what I'm saying? And that's what they tell you in tarot. Those kings are for themselves. That's why when it come down to a woman of God, and when it come down to being like in your calling and things, that's what makes us, I'm telling you, for one, it tells you in the beginning anyway, knowledge makes you of God. Knowledge makes you God. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why knowledge makes you God is because you know more than these other people. So therefore, once you know more than these other people, your responsibility is greater. That's why some people become preachers, ministers, teachers, and things like that, because they know one thing. Like, I am above. You get what I'm saying? I am above. I am the head and not the tail. You understand? And that's one thing some people fail to realize. They be trying to make you the tail because they want to see you act the ass. They want you to act the ass. So they be like, oh, that's his ass. That's his tail right there. So that's why the devil feels like he can always come in and trigger you. That's why he can always come in and try to make you feel some type of way or act out of character. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they want you to do that. So they can be like, oh, that's his ass. Oh, that's the face of him. But that's his ass right there. And it's just like, no, you get what I'm saying? When it come down to it, when you think about it, when you literally think about it, you'll be like, you know what? That's why at this point from now on, I'm only speaking about God. I'm only getting into my when I'm standing in my power, I'm only here to empower others. I'm only here to enlighten others. I'm not here to sit around here and act the ass every day. I'm not sitting around here trying to act the ass to go to jail just for this man so he could be like, see, I told you. Because guess what? The next time I go to jail, it's going to be for a reason. It's not going to be because these people set me up because they don't want me to stand in my calling. They want me to sit down in somebody else's calling. God has never called a woman to preach. Guess what? And you right, I've heard that in the Bible. But guess what? He don't call women to preach anyway. You got women that are counselors. You got women that are teachers. You got women that are leaders. You got women that are prophets. You got women that are evangelists. God calls women to do other things because guess what? You might be a powerful evangelist or prophetess, and guess what? You might know more than the preacher. That's probably why the preacher has other people that are strong, so therefore he can be a strong person. But in reality, I don't know, because the way I'm looking at it nowadays is that men are not great leaders. The hearts of men are wicked. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying all men are great or bad leaders, but majority of them are. They copy. You know, they're like follow the leader. And it's like none of these men really have that, you know, type of energy to where it's like, you know what? I'm only dealing with the truth of things, and I only want to be surrounded by truth. I only want to be in the light. I only want to be where the light is shining on the truth. I want to be where the light is exposing the demonic people that we have been praising, that we have been idolizing, that we have been looking up to, the people that we have been putting on a pedestal. You get what I'm saying? Because people be trying to combat the Jesus thing all day long. But guess what? I'm not believing what nobody say about Jesus, because they want me to go and believe something else. And you have to understand that when somebody sits around here and try to get you to believe something else, then you know it's something wrong with it. Like, why are you trying to get me to believe something else? Just because y'all didn't really read it correctly and really understood what the words really meant? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all, because guess what? If Islam was the only religion that God went to, why is those Islams coming to Jesus? Why do they convert to Christianity? I've never heard right hand to God. And I don't, and you know what? I know the devil, because I know how the devil is on the internet, right? The devil will try to put it in my face that a Christian converted to Islam. But the way I see it, Islam always converts to Christianity and to this Bible, because they have their own quote unquote Bible, right? The Islam people have their own Bible that they go by. But literally, a Muslim guy was talking to me one day, because like I said, I've been standing strong in my faith for a long time. No Muslim, no anybody can convince me otherwise. And the reason why is because even a Muslim himself, my love, was like, he said he studied so much about Muslim, he did so much, and woo woo. But then he said after he do so much, that is it when it come down to Muslim and Islam. Then he said that's why he converted to Christianity. And the reason why he converted to Christianity, because he said, literally, when you think about the cross, it's like up and down, right? And then you got the two sides, but these two sides, they ain't long enough. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's kind of like he went this way, he went that way, he even went back to his past, but the only thing he didn't do was go up. You get what I'm saying? And that's how God rose up. God had to raise his vibration to understand and to comprehend. You get what I'm saying? That guy said, I went that way and I studied certain things and I didn't get anywhere. He studied some things and went over this way. He didn't get anywhere. Then, he went back to the past trying to explore certain things and understand certain things. He still didn't get anywhere from doing that. So how he got somewhere in life was by raising his vibration and understanding that Jesus Christ was the one on the highest heaven of them all. You get what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm not going to combat or debate about anybody about that. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to convince me otherwise. So I would advise the adversary to not convince me. Because guess what? I was convinced once that, I should be Muslim or I should be woo-woo. I tried all those things secretly that nobody knew about. I tried all those things. None of that shit worked for me. None of it. The only thing that's working for me is understanding that Jesus Christ has the authority. And the reason why Jesus Christ has the authority, because he was the living sacrifice. Those other men was not the living sacrifice. Those other men wasn't telling us ways to be gods and goddesses and to be presentable in God's eyes. This Bible is the only one telling me that. The Bible is the only one telling me how to be meek, how to be righteous. You get what I'm saying? No Muslim has taught me that. The only thing they teach you is to be quiet. Oh, a man is above you. A man is this, a man is that. But if a man is above me, then guess what? How about y'all two men? Y'all sit in that room together and y'all make me. You get what I'm saying? Y'all two men, y'all don't need no computer lab, no scientists. Y'all don't need anything. How about both of y'all men? Y'all sit in a room together and make me. And And then I will believe them. But until a man can make me by himself with another man, then I will believe men are superior to women. But until a man can do that, I don't believe men are superior. I believe men and women are equal. Of course, it's some things that men can do that women can't do. And of course, it is some things that women can do that men cannot do. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, when these men be sitting up here saying, y'all women gotta bow down, da 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 da. You gotta be with that man but he got a woman already. No. No, that dog ain't gonna hunt. You get what I'm saying? That dog ain't gonna hunt. I'm not being with no man that already has another woman. Like, I don't give a damn about what fantasy a man has in his head or what delusion or illusion that he was thinking over the years. But that is never gonna happen, because the thing is, I know I'm a great woman. I know I'm a loyal woman, and I know I'm a deserving woman, and I deserve to have a man that is single, and I deserve to have a man that if he wants to marry me, then we can get married. But if he don't, then I don't care. You get what I'm saying? But my thing is, I deserve to be with a man that only has one woman. Because guess what? I noticed that those demon men that don't understand when it come down to like spirits and sharing women and stuff. You got some men that haven't even matured yet, and they want to share women, not understanding how deep the spiritual side of having multiple wives is. You know what I'm saying? Like having two women in the same home that's your wife and things like that. People don't understand. That is a like, child, when I tell you, I wouldn't want to sleep in the same house if it's like, oh, this man, he's married to this woman, but he wants to bring another woman. I wouldn't feel comfortable sleeping in the home. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I would not feel comfortable. Okay, yeah, I'm not accepting Islam because y'all not gonna force that on me. No, I refuse. Y'all not forcing that on me. I believe in Jesus Christ, and that's just it. But anywho, but yes, so the Lord Jesus Christ shall smite thine enemies that rise up against thee before thy face, and shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. Because that reminds me of when I was in Oklahoma, right? When I was in the state of Oklahoma, I was heavily spiritually attacked by these weird, strange people. And how I was spiritually attacked. And then, for one, I don't even know these people that attacked me spiritually. But how these people attacked me, because it was all energetically. You get what I'm saying? But they was trying to manifest it in the physical. But I wound up getting me a Ruger because I peeped what they was doing. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, because me, I don't go around attacking people. I literally mind my business. They was attacking me because they wanted me to be Islam. They was attacking me because they wanted me to share my man. They wanted me to share my energy, share my wealth, share my resources, share my mentality. They wanted me to share my stuff with them. And it's like certain people, and the reason why I love Jesus Christ, my love, because everybody don't have access to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ will not let anybody come near. You get what I'm saying? He got Saint Michael with him, Gabriel. They not letting nobody come near and do what? You get what I'm saying? Like, come near and do what? Come near and bother who? You trying to get who off who path and for what and why? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not doing the Muslim thing. I'm sorry, that's just not me. I don't believe in sharing my man, because I know a lot of Muslim men believe in, abusing their women, manipulating their women, and, like, oh, you got to share this man and not say anything. Like, no. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in sharing my man. I don't believe in a man is superior and a woman has no say so. Like, I don't believe in that. I believe what God tells me. And this is why I'm sticking with the script. You get what I'm saying? This is why I'm sticking with the script, is because God tells me creation is between a man and a woman. Not a man and not one man and 3 or 4 women. Not one man and 4 or 5, 6 women. No, God told me creation is between a man and a woman. Not multiple men, multiple women. But anywho, Oh wow, this is so wild because it's telling me about the half tribe of Manasseh, because that's one of the 12 tribes. And then it was also telling me something. See, like I said, the Bible kind of helps me understand certain things about life. These other people don't help me understand anything. And you know how people they be attached to like their tarot cards and things. I'm literally attached to my Bibles, my binders, and just anything that helps me be in a good mood daily, because I know this world and some of these people, they try to get me caught up in a negative mindset. Oh, they trying to set you up this instead of third. They want you to move this place and do this and that. But that's all those people. They're trying to hunt me down because they mad at me for some reason. You get what I'm saying? Ain't that weird? It's like they stalking me down, haunting me down, and wanting me to be evil and wicked just like them. Like that's sad. That is sad. Like I can't stand it. I don't like for people to be stalking me around town, not telling me the truth, not being honest with me and things like that. And then they expect for me to go kiss this man ass. You know what I'm saying? They expect for me to kiss this man ass, and these people never told me no, not one bit of truth. They just sit around lying all day. Okay, so I'm seeing in 1 week. Okay, in 1 week I'm seeing this love here. Yeah, I kind of feel like somebody, yes, it was, okay, somebody in the past, right? I could feel like somebody in a past situation, 1 week, it's kind of like, you know how somebody be like, oh, this person has to show you some type of love, show you some type of support, bring some type of clarity or some type of honesty to you. It's like somebody has a week to do that. Because somebody is like, somebody could want you to be, yes, the light. Somebody wants your light. And they stole your light in the past. And they don't, because it's kind of like somebody lacks love. When somebody lacks love and you are full of love, they want to take every ounce of love, like everything you love, they want to take it from you. That's why they want you to steer you in wrong directions. They want to steer you in directions that only please them. You get what I'm saying? Like being an Islam, me being Islam ain't doing nothing but pleasing another man, because that's not pleasing me. You get what I'm saying? Being Islamic is not pleasing me as a woman, because in Islam I understood certain things. Like a woman told me, a woman told me a long time ago. She was like, before you get into Islam, you need, because I was telling her that I was telling her that I wanted to I think I wanted to be Muslim and things like that, right? And she told me some, she sat down, she told me some real spill. She was like, think about, before you do the Muslim thing, she said, just think about it first. Do your research on it, get more info on it and things like that, right? And I was like, okay. And I did. I did my exploring, and I did my research, and I did all the, like the other women that were Muslim and things, I mean the Islam and things like that. Those women aren't really happy with their men because they have to share. They're not really getting full love. They're not getting real attention. They're not really getting certain things that they desire from their man. You get what I'm saying? Because they got to share. And it's kind of like, oh, well, if you say something or do something, then you might get beat or you might get things taken away from you and things like that. And this is like, if we grown women, why don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said it's more freedom with God. It's more freedom with Jesus Christ. It's more authority with Jesus Christ. And that's why I said the devil will try to convince you. The devil will try to convince you that, oh, Jesus Christ, there's no authority or power there. But it's a lot of power in Jesus Christ. It's a lot of authority in Jesus Christ. You get what I'm saying? And it's a lot of love and a lot of forgiveness in Jesus Christ. You think if I have a Muslim husband, that motherfucker probably wouldn't forgive me or nothing, because guess what? He's not embedded in Jesus Christ. He don't keep God's precepts. He don't keep God's word. Islam don't exist. You know what? That's what I heard too. Like, I'm glad you said that, my love. I heard that stuff don't exist. That's why do you think they don't have that many churches like that? Because guess what? Maybe those teachings, maybe those Islamic teachings wasn't like sufficient. They wasn't, those Islam teachings, my love, couldn't stand the test of time. Just like the ancient teachings, they couldn't stand the test of time. But Jesus' teachings and his instructions and his correction stands the test of time, because guess what? I think God was more of an observing God. So therefore, he knew that we lacked love. He knew that, people will try to discourage you, and people will try to make it seem like you're weak, but you're very much strong. People will try to get you to be afraid, because guess what? If you're easily afraid, if you're scared, then guess what? It's easier to attack. It's easier to attack somebody that's scared, right? Guess what? I don't even care. I listen. You got people saying Jesus can't be proven. Guess what? Because maybe he's much too much on a higher vibration. You get what I'm saying? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe he vibes too high for some people to even grasp or comprehend. And even if it is just a mental thing, guess what? My mind's strong as hell in regards to this. Because guess what? These demonic men can't trick me. These demonic men, they gotta be a man to approach me. These men can't sit around here and talk about old things and draw me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't draw me in with an old conversation. You can't draw me in with nothing old. You get what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to a mindset or a approach and things like that, these men gotta come as a man. You get what I'm saying? These men can't come as no little boy trying to play in a sandbox. Like what we doing? Playing? What you want to play? Checkers? You get what I'm saying? I need a grown man to know how to play chess. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to know how to play chess. These men be coming around here trying to play checkers with me. Bitch, I done already mastered checkers, dominoes, and spades. You get what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me get you up off of here, honey, because you're not gonna get on here and debate with me about my beliefs. And that's the biggest issue with people nowadays, my love. You're not gonna debate with me about my beliefs. Okay, period. What I said stands, and that's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting down on behalf of anybody else's manipulation or their mind traps. Because literally that's what it is. Y'all people want to trick me in the mind. But guess what? I know what I read, and I know what I say. You cannot trick me, because I already know the game. I done played that game already. I done played that game already. I done been all over there already. So with that being said, I'm standing firm in what I believe in. Because guess what? Listening to a tarot card reader ain't doing nothing but sending out bad news every day. Standing in your power and standing in God and understanding like the divisions, like why people was divided and things. You get what I'm saying? Like, you literally got to understand why people were divided. That's why people were saying, oh, we're connected. No, we're not. We're not connected at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're not connected. No, we never been. We never been connected. It's a disconnect. You get what I'm saying? Like, when it came down to Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma disconnected us. The way things was going there disconnected the energy between us. So with that being said, we haven't been connected since then. Yep, and then Isaiah's 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart. See what I'm saying? God knows what's up. I set you apart. I anointed you as a prophet of all the nations. So that's what I'm saying. It's like my Bible tells me certain things. I'm telling you, it's like I set you apart. Therefore, the Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. But literally, when I was in Oklahoma, I got attacked. Well, it felt like it was like a spiritual attack, because I saw all this spiritually. It was a spiritual attack. People was like just stomping, kicking, and just doing all type of shit to me. Then it was like, it was kind of weird. It's like I'm trying to think of what happened after that, because then I wound up getting me a gun after that. But then after the attack, and then I started praying, and then I started, I just started really like trying to figure out, trying to make sense of all this. Like, what is the point of certain things and whatnot? Then I saw God rising me up. So the point was, it was this guy or this God or this man or this spirit or hell, even my mind, rising me up from the bullshit that I was surrounded by. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, they saw me. They was reaching for me. You know what I'm saying? They was reaching, but I was unreachable. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I was unreachable to them, because hell, I was in y'all same area. I was in y'all same stomping grounds. We all had the same opportunity to come up. We all had the same opportunity to be of noble character. We had the same opportunity to, be standing side by side. And if our enemies came and fucked with us, then God had to, God was going to strike them down. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just kind of like, I understood the spiritual journey. Certain places, certain spirits or people can't thrive in, because guess what? You got people that are your adversary. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm walking around here living my life, and these people worried about small things. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a big old man, but he let something so small bother him. And the reason why he let something so small bother him is because obviously, as big as he is, he's still small. As big as he is, he's still low vibrational. As big as he is, he's not on a higher vibe as he think he is. Just because you can get women to do what you want them to do, just because you can manipulate people and control people, that doesn't mean you're on a higher vibe. Just because you can get those type of things done. And those people be working against people against their own free will. Because I kid you not, sometimes the devil will not tell you why he wants you to work with him. Oh, get this person to do this, get that person to quit their job and fire them and whoop. And then they turn around and do it, and then next thing you know, they turn around and they get fired and they can't get a job. It's hard for them they going through something mentally now. You get what I'm saying? They going through something mentally now, can barely get out the bed because of what they did to somebody innocent. All I want to do is take care of my child. That's it. Take care of my child, provide for my child. That's it. That's all I ever wanted to do. Be a great woman, a great wife, a great friend, sister, co-worker, prophetess. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I ever wanted to do. But yet everywhere I go, it's like I'm surrounded by fake people. And these people that I'm surrounded by is they want to copy me. They want to mimic me. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to be themselves. And then by them wanting to be me, they making it hard for me to be me. You get what I'm saying? They make it hard for me to be me because they want to be me. They don't like what they see, so they want to project all that on me. They don't like how they operate and what they do, so they want to be wicked and evil towards me. And then once I peep all the shade and all that, I peep all that. You get what I'm saying? I peeps all that thing. So with that being said, it's like, I won't, like, how could I say it? It's just like I will never give them people what they want. You get what I'm saying? Oh, if they want a relationship, guess what? Then I will be single. Oh, he want kids with a motherfucker? Okay, I'll hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'll ask God to put some ice on these eggs. You get what I'm saying? Put some ice on these eggs. So therefore, these guys that I come around, they're not worthy to be my husband. They're not worthy to be praised. God don't even recognize them men. So why would I recognize them? That's why I can't see them. That's why they don't recognize the truth in me. You get what I'm saying? They don't recognize the truth in me. They don't recognize the divine in me. Because they don't recognize the divine in themselves. They'll rather go around and plotting and planning all day long, thinking that's going to get them somewhere. Do you not know the devil's time been up? That's why the devil's getting caught up now. That's why he's getting caught. His time been up. He's still trying to hold on to something that don't belong to him. He's still trying to hold on to something that is beyond him. You get what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Oh, you're right. Schemes won't work in their favor. Period. You're right. You're right on point, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm telling you, man, when I say You know what? I love talking like this, and the only reason why is because it makes sense to me. That's it. Like, it just makes sense. Like, that's it. This makes sense. That's why this stands. You know what? Because this Bible had to get tested. This Bible had to get tested. You already know it had to get tested before they put it on the shelves, and for it to be something as, like, you can, oh my God, you can love the Bible so much and you can build a building and you can just tell people about this all day long in the Bible, all week long, make sermons, make programs and things for people to come see, and you can just talk about things that you learned, talk about things that you explored, talk about things that you visualized and understood and comprehended. That's why I said this Bible has already been tested years and years and years ago. They tested the Mormons' Bible. They tested, it was a couple of other Bibles that they tested, and it didn't stand. It did not stand because guess what? Let me tell you. You know how they always try to make a duplicate or a copy? But if this is the original one, you could tell the duplicates. You get what I'm saying? You could be like, hold on, I read something out of there and it didn't make any sense. But then when I started saying ye thou pisseth. Oh yeah, that's another word I learned the other day. I seen in this Bible. It was so funny. I seen that word in this Bible. It was so funny, you guys. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God, he pisseth. Oh, did they pisseth him off? God would be like, I wonder how Jesus would talk about his people. He'd be like, I see what they was doing to my people. Man, that pisses me off. And then let me tell you something too. Oh, wow, this makes sense. You know how they try to cast people into the lake of fire? Remember I told y'all how they kicked me? I never failed. They kicked me. It says, they have casted their gods into the fire, for they are no gods. So who's been putting their gods in the crossfire? Because see, me, I ain't never put nobody in the crossfire. Who kicked me? Because I never kicked the nigga that kicked me. So he put me in a crossfire. That's why he will never be better than me. Because that's what he wants, right? He wants to be better than me. True. Yes, he wants to be better than me. And he never will. And guess what? I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. But anywho, yeah. So it says, they have casted their gods into fire, for they were no gods, but the work of men's hands, wood and stone. Therefore, they have destroyed them. Wow, it's kind of like they destroyed their own gods. That's why it's kind of like a strong woman, period. But that's why it's like they have cast their gods into fire. So the strong leaders, you get what I'm saying? Like realistically speaking, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and things like that, they criticized them. They was trying to silence them because they didn't want them to speak on what was really going on. Because literally, when you wake up to realization and when you start healing, you'll be like, man, that buck, he's half asleep, he's walking dead, and things like that. Like my dad, he had a friend. My dad had a friend named John Dean, and John Dean was a drinker. You know what I'm saying? John Dean was a drinker. He fished and all that stuff, right? But John Dean, he was just, it's kind of like he been gone from this earth type shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like he been gone as far as like just the way he was maneuvering. He really wasn't paying attention to certain things. He kept getting attacked by the police. He kept going to jail. He didn't know his way out of the system. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the system trapped him and caused him to like it caused for him, his spiritual self to already be gone. You get what I'm saying? Like his vessel probably was still here, but his spiritual self was already gone. It's kind of like his spirit was telling him, like, you know, like I left you so you can find me. You get what I'm saying? Like I left you so you can find me type shit. Versus, You know, him just sitting around the same people drinking, partying, and whatnot, and not elevating and not doing what's right. You get what I'm saying? Like I kid you not, my dad told me a long time ago when I used to ask about his friend, because I used to like going over there. He's fish all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like just a lot of fish. There's always fish and all that stuff. And it's just like I used to always ask about going over there because it was the blow house. You know what I'm saying? It's the blow house. But anyway, but yeah, my dad used to tell me all the time, like he's the Walking Dead. He been dead. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, they have cast their gods into fire. You get what I'm saying? You cast me into fire, and then you expect for me to. I was asking for your help when I was in the fire because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Asking for your help, but shit, you sit around there, you started the goddamn fire, type shit. And they burnt everything up. And then what's so wild is my dad told me about a story about uh, a house getting burnt up in Virginia, and I don't know if it was a baby in there or what, but I know it was a couple or something like that. It was like a couple. Yeah, I'm talking about it was. I don't know if it's a baby in that house or what that got fired. I mean, got burnt up and shit. Yeah, y'all niggas, yeah, y'all gotta stop playing. That's sad. That is so sad. Saint Michael, Saint Michael, I starting to smell some shit. That's why they hate us because we speak truth in life. Yes, yes, and then they want to connect with us. They want to connect with us because like that is just too weird to me. Like you want to connect with me because of what? You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to connect with nobody. You understand? Like I don't want to connect with nobody that don't mean me no good. I don't already try to be cool with y'all. Y'all don't mean me no goddamn. Y'all don't mean me no goddamn good. So no, I'm cool on it. Trying to make me like, girl, they so funny trying to make me jealous and shit. Girl, they so funny. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. And then you know what I noticed too? It's like people will literally try to say I'm their enemy, but yet they'll follow me around town. They'll follow me around the world. They'll follow me everywhere I go and then be like, that's my enemy right there. If I just moved over here, how the hell you come over here saying I'm your enemy? These some people, I don't even know these people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know these damn people. This motherfucker talking about that's my enemy. And then he's having all these other people rise up to an occasion. You know what I'm saying? There was no table built for the occasion. He having all these people rise up and they just sitting on their ass now on the ground. Because there was never no table or no foundation for them to even, you get what I'm saying? But that's how you know there was the devil. Like they say in the Bible. Jesus reigned for 1,000 years. The devil had 3 years to gather up people to round them up. The devil had 3 years to round people up to destroy Jesus. You get what I'm saying? Because of course I bet the Islams got mad when they Bible didn't pass the law to be in everybody's church how this one was. Of course you know those other people got upset and they got mad at Jesus because of the Bible and the word. They got mad at him because of it. Because they wanted to copy him. You get what I'm saying? They wanted to copy him, and then they're because they thought they were so much smarter. But the reason why they thought they were smarter because they couldn't understand, they couldn't comprehend this. So they said, you know what? We're gonna take that thee out there, that thou out, and we're gonna sit up and say you, him, her, him, and they, and then we're gonna say, keep my heart from evil, which is keep my heart away from Jesus Christ, and go to Islam and go to Muslim people. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, no, he deserves a heart. Jesus deserves, Jesus deserves an energy that he can walk in and be comfortable in. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve to be crippled. He doesn't deserve to be blind. He doesn't deserve to be any of those things. And you know what? That's how I noticed too why God gives certain kids certain, mothers and families and things, because it's kind of like, yes, the Lord gives wisdom. Yeah, it's like the Lord gives wisdom. So with that being said, it's kind of like sometimes if you got a mother that is hard to love or whatever, that's why, it's kind of like God gives you a child that only wants to love you or only wants to be around you. You get what I'm saying? So God can show you, like, you know what? Don't walk in the way of sinners. Don't treat your kid bad. Don't neglect your kid. Turn around and take time with your child. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. Because I kid you not, some women, they be having a lot of kids and then they get aggravated with the kids that they have. But it's just like, me personally, I only have one kid. So with that being said, it's like I didn't want more kids being a single mother, you know what I'm saying, or being a young teenage mother and things like that. I didn't want more kids. I only wanted, only wanted more kids when I had my soulmate. But even my mama's homegirl, she's married to a pastor and she can like see and things. She was like, here, yeah, you gonna have a bunch of beautiful, beautiful babies and things like that. And she was saying that the guy that I was with, she said the guy that I was with, that me and him wasn't gonna have kids together. And the reason why we weren't gonna have kids together was because he was not gonna treat me right. He didn't even treat me right as me being his. Well, he treated me right to be his girlfriend for a while at first, but then when we got married, well, even the girlfriend and boyfriend stage, he kept going back and forth to jail and things like that. You get what I'm saying? So that was kind of already like a red flag. You get what I'm saying? For me to be like, okay, he's going back and forth to jail and whatnot. Like the first couple times while he went to jail, God was giving me the energy, and I had the energy, the money, the resources to leave him. You get what I'm saying? But the thing was, it's like it was just something in my spirit that was like binding me to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the way I think about it now, is really was the sex, and that kind of was like the devil part of the relationship, because it's like if the sex is only keeping me here, then there's something wrong with that picture. You get what I'm saying? Like the sex is only keeping me here, like, and then we can really conversate. We didn't really have no in-depth conversations. We didn't have in-depth communications or anything. Like, we didn't have none going on. Like, the whole time I was with him, he just caused me to be in more debt, trouble with the law. He just caused me to be in trouble. You get what I'm saying? He didn't cause me to rise to the occasion, like to elevate and be a mature woman and be a noble person. You get what I'm saying? He didn't help me be like that. He helped me be like, it's kind of like he tried to get it to where, like, oh, you can only be in a certain place or a certain area and thrive. But in reality, it was all around his people though. But anyway, my love, all I do know is before Jeremiah's 1:5, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Oh my God. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet of the nations. Period. But anyway, my love. This was a great message. I continue that. I will pray for everybody to continue to gain clarity, wisdom, and to be honest with yourself, because that's the biggest issue that people are having nowadays, is that they're not honest with themselves. Stand in your own power, stand in your own energy, and gain wisdom. Because guess what? When you gain wisdom and you learn wisdom, forget her not. Because I kid you not, wisdom, that's how we're able to maneuver. That's how we're able to, continue to stand on our own feet. You get what I'm saying? Because I promise you, that the guy in the church that's sitting down, I guarantee he prays every day that he can stand on his feet and just stand in his power. Because I'm telling you, that's what people fail to realize, that you got people that are plotting on not wanting you to stand. Like, that's weird. You get what I'm saying? Like, people do that. They don't want you to stand, so they want to get you hurt some type of way. But like I said, when it come down to it, God already said, let the enemies rise up, and they will be smitten right before thy face. But one more prayer before I get off of here, you guys. And I like to read this one because it says some words, and I need to I'm gonna start praying without the script though. From that which we fear, O Lord, make us fearless. O bounteous one, assist us with your aid. Drive for the malevolent, the foreman. May the atmosphere we breathe fearlessness into us. Fearlessness on earth and fearlessness in heaven. May fearlessness guard us before and behind. May fearlessness surround us above and below. May we be without friend or foe. May we be without fear of the known and unknown. May we be without fear by day or night. Let the world be my friend. Amen.